My name is Imani Ganigan. Today is December the 11th, 2018. We are in Chicago, Illinois. It is 9:18 p.m. and I'm interviewing my mother, Camille Ganigan. Okay. Your first question. What type of person do you feel you were raised and shaped to be?
I feel like I was raised to be a responsible, respectable type of person when my parents were raising me.
Okay, next question. Can you tell me a moment that defined your character into adulthood?
Wow, that's a tough question. A moment that defined my character into adulthood?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I can't think of anything. I'm not sure. Can we go back to that question? Is that possible?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Who was the biggest influence on your life? What lessons did they teach you?
I think my dad was the biggest influence on my life. Um, he taught me to work hard. I always saw him go to work early in the morning and come home late in the evening. So he taught me to be a hard worker. He instilled in me that there are no shortcuts in life. Um, so I really loved my dad, and I think he instilled those hardworking values into me.
Does this person still affect you today?
I would say, yeah, I really miss him. A lot of things that I do, I still think, what will my dad think of this? Even though I'm an adult, I still think and wonder what he would think about different things that I do in my life. So yeah, he does. He still has a big effect on me even today.
Do you think he's proud of you?
I do. I think he is proud of me.
Yeah. When in life have you felt most alone?
I think that the day my father passed away, I felt most alone because I always talked to him on a daily basis. We was always together. He would always take me to work. We would always have different kind of conversations. When I needed any kind of advice, I would always call him. We talked like every morning. So when he left this earth, I felt like I was alone. I had no one to talk to. Um, so yeah,
How did this experience shape you?
it made me stronger. It made me lean on God more. It made me build my relationship with God um, even stronger. So I no longer feel like I'm alone. I feel like, even though I always felt that was in my life, but now I have a stronger connection to God because of my father's passing.
Okay. Were you scared of parenthood and going through the whole childbirthing process?
Oh my God, absolutely. I was so afraid of parenthood. I didn't plan on having any children. Um, Maybe I wanted children in the future, but like when I had children, I didn't plan on having any children. So I was really, really afraid. I'm not a kid person at all. Um, what was the second part of the question?
I think that was it.
Okay.
Okay. Do you think that you were able to become a good parent?
I think so. I think after I had my children, all the mother instincts kicked in, and I think I became a good mom, I would say.
Are you proud of your children?
I am very proud of my children. They are so bright. They are so intelligent. They are so outgoing and involved. I'm really proud of them, yes.
Okay. Can you tell me a moment that defined your character
Oh my God,
leading to adulthood?
we're back at this question. Oh my God. Gosh. I'm sorry. Do you have any other questions?
I have a few.
Okay, let's go through some more questions. I still have to think on that. I'm sorry.
Do you feel like your character has been very easily shaped from your childhood experiences? Do you feel like it easily shaped you becoming an adult?
Um, Let me come back to that.
Okay. Do you think that specific moments in your past affected the person that you are today?
Absolutely. I think every moment in my past shaped me to. I think everything that I went through from when I was a child, teenager, up until this point in my life has shaped me to be the person that I've become. I do believe that, yes.
Do you feel as if relationships in that time shaped you to become the person you are?
I'm sorry, what? What was the question again?
Do you feel like those relationships in your past helped shape you to become that person?
Yes, I do. I do feel that way.
Could you tell me why you feel that way and elaborate on some relationships that you had that affected who you are?
Um, I think that I did. I guess we can go with my dad. The relationship I had with my dad affected me as a person, as who I am, made me be a strong person, um, a person of integrity, a person that works hard. So that's one of the relationships um, that I would say that affected me being the person that I am today. If if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Next question. Do you feel like your character has been very easily shaped from your past and adult experiences?
I'm gonna say yes and no to that question. I'm gonna say yes because, like I said before, my parents instilled a lot of things in me, so that helped me create some of my character. And I'm gonna say no because of the fact that I had to learn a lot of things on my own too, and to help build the character that I wanted to portray and the character that was within me, and that wasn't fostered by my parents' beliefs and teachings.
What type of person do you feel like you were shaped and raised to be? Oh, I asked you that one. Can you tell me a moment in your childhood that defines your character leading into adulthood?
Oh my God, this questions about character is really hard for me to answer. Um, you say in my childhood, leading into my adulthood.
It doesn't have to be just childhood in general. Your life, a moment in your life that has deeply defined your character and that you have carried that experience with you into adulthood, allowing your character to be defined in that specific way. So just think about a time or a moment or a specific like place in your life that defines your character overall, and it that you carried with you into adulthood. Did it change? Did it not change? Is your character still the same from that moment, or have you learned and grown from that experience? Things of that nature.
Um, I think this is going to be a really tough question for me to answer, but I'm going to go in the friend category. I think I had an experience where I had a really close friend who I called my best friend, and we had a misunderstanding. And from that moment, like, we wasn't friends anymore. I don't know. This is not going in the right direction I wanted to go into. It's really hard for me to answer this question about character. But I learned from that experience with her how to use my communication and how to value friendship. So I know that went around in a circle, and maybe it's not clear, but that's the experience I learned. What was the question? For character, it's really hard for me to answer these character questions, and I don't know why.
Do you?
Maybe because it's late tonight.
Yeah. Okay, so do you feel as if that experience, like in total, did it make you a better friend? Does it make you value your relationships now that you're an adult? Does it show like a different meaning to you now as an adult?
I think that experience made me look at friendship differently and made me look at people as a whole differently, and not to expect too much from people. I think that it makes me a better person in regards to friendship, and to be able to better use my communication and not to make assumptions. So I think it did in fact make me a better friend in all at the end of the whole situation.
Okay. And now I'm going to ask you a few questions pertaining into your relationships that help define your character. Okay. So, do you think that you have learned from relationships and love how to be an adult?
I'm still here. Say that one more time for me. I'm sorry.
Do you think that you learned from relationships and love how to be an adult?
Yeah, actually, I do believe that, when I got married to my husband, he taught me how to love somebody unconditionally because he's really a hard person. He can be a hard person to love. But with that in mind, he taught me how to be able to love unconditionally. So, yes, I totally do believe that.
Do you think you carry that unconditional love to different people that you meet? And do you keep that unconditional love for him? Or does it go to your children? Does it go to your family? Do you give that to people that you meet on the street?
It actually does. It leads. It doesn't end with him. It does. It goes to my children, to my family, and to just to people in general. Because I believe that love is all and what makes the world go round. So I do believe in not judging a person and do give them that unconditional love.
Okay. When was the first time you fell in love?
The first time I fell in love, I was a teenager. I probably didn't know what love was, but the first time I fell in love was a teenager.
Do you think that experience shaped how you are in relationships and shaped how you behave as an adult in relationships?
No, I don't think it's connected to how I am with just people in general.
Why do you feel that way?
Because I don't think I have a connection. Are we talking about like a love relationship, or are we talking about just relationships in general?
A love relationship. We're talking about how a relationship shaped your character as an adult. Your very first love, what type of adult it made you.
I'm still gonna say no because as an individual, you evolved throughout your years. So I don't think it shaped me because from when I was a little teenager to now, my love has evolved.
do you think that you have evolved?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because love back then was just something that was just a surface thing. But I know like the true meaning of love now, what it really means to love someone.
What is that true meaning to you?
You know, I'm going to go back to what I said before, like just unconditional love.
Okay. So, the theme that I was going for, we each had to choose a theme to interview about.
Mm-hmm.
And so the theme that I was going for was what experiences shape us / what experiences make and shape an adult. So, do you feel like, this is your final question and to wrap up, do you feel like if you can look back into your whole life that there was one like defining moment that was like, from this I'm an adult, like it was a moment in which you had to tell yourself like this is what's gonna make me an adult, this is a moment that I had to learn from, that I'm gonna become an adult from, like this is the turning point of my teen years into adulthood.
Does it have to be from 10 years?
It doesn't. Your whole life. Like you could be in your 20s and feel like, oh, I'm an adult now, you know?
I think the turning point when I felt like I was an adult is when I started having children. After I had my first child, I felt like, okay, I need to really, like, I feel like I'm an adult. I have to take care of another person now, another human being. So at the point when I had my first daughter, whose name is Imani, when I had her first, that's when I felt like I was a real adult. That was it for me. That was the turning point that changed, that brought me from being a young adult to a real adult.
Okay. Thank you for your time and letting me interview you today.
You're welcome.
And have a great day.
Okay, you too.